Thank you guys so much for getting on. I know it's over the lunch hour for most of you, but this is definitely the only time that we could get our schedules to work. So hopefully everybody will catch the recording. We are recording this one, but we are excited. Amy and I were just on the phone a little while ago and just talking about last year's holidays and kind of what's happened in the years past. And this season right here is what kicks off the entire new year, kicks off our busy season, everything. So it's a really, really critical and key season for us. And so we wanted to get on here and just game plan with you guys and talk to you guys a little bit about what is going to be coming in the coming months, how to prepare best for this busy season, and how to take advantage of resolution season, because I mean, this is a big part of our business and a very, very huge opportunity for growth. I was just talking with Amy and kind of thinking back a little bit about my journey. So I want you guys, everybody that's on this call, everybody listening, I want you guys to sit here and write down the current rank that you're at right now. Write that down and just kind of keep it in your office or something. Put it in your calendar, something where you can go back and reference it 1 year from now. So a year ago, I was Sapphire a year ago. Ended up going diamond in November. And the year previous to that, you guys, I was a very, very, very stuck ruby and no momentum. Okay. Like anti-momentum. Very, very, very stuck. Nothing was happening in the business. I was feeling exasperated. And one of the biggest things that I didn't do was I didn't take my foot off the gas pedal, even through the holidays, even as a crazy stuck ruby. And it really set me up for a crazy, crazy resolution season. And I remember last year on New Year's Eve, my phone was blowing up. It was going crazy with new emails, with ambassadors joining the team. Last New Year's Eve was probably one of the biggest days that we have ever had in team history. It was absolutely insane. And so I want you guys to realize that everything that you're doing now, 90 days out projection, thinking about that whole, what you do now impacts you 90 days from now. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And what we do now is so critical for the kickoff of our busy season and of resolution season. So it's a really, really exciting time. It's definitely not the time to kind of take your foot off the gas pedal over the holidays. It's the time to really set yourself up for a huge year in 2017. So we want to take advantage of this, full advantage of this, and really, just kind of push through the holidays and make sure that the holidays are counting for us. And there's lots and lots and lots of ways that we can use the holidays to our advantage, and we can turn this into a really big momentum creating machine, so to speak. So I want you guys to get excited about what the next couple months are going to hold for you. And I want you guys to get excited about what the next year is going to hold for you. Think about where you could be at convention. That is at the end of our busy season. Convention is in the summer. And so we're going to go through November, December, January, explosion, February, March. March is when that's when things really, really kick off. That's when we start to have, January, February, March, April, May. You guys, that is Fast Start Gold season. The majority of our Fast Start Golds happen in those months, and there's so many reasons for that, but that is momentum time. That is, you may be sitting here thinking right now, okay, but I'm stuck, I'm not in momentum. All that can change in the blink of an eye, but it matters what you do through the holidays. We got to put feet to everything. We got to do our IPA. We got to set ourselves up, because we don't want to be sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else explode. And we're sitting here going, okay, I'm just now planting my seeds. That's right. Not work.
Exactly, because we've got resolution season, followed by tax return season, and then bathing suit season, you guys. And I've heard some people already say, okay, I just need to start over in my business. I need to start fresh. I'm going to wait till the new year. That is a mistake, because you're going to be sitting on the sidelines when all of us are going to be reaping the rewards of those awesome seasons. But we got to do it now.
Absolutely. And what that all boils down to, the first thing we're going to talk about, Amy and I are going to go over some branding, some marketing. We're going to talk about 12 different activities. I like that number 12 for 12 days of Christmas. Oh, we're so cute. But we got 12 activities for you guys to kind of take advantage of this next, month and a half before January hits. But first, I'm going to talk a little bit about branding. Okay. So all of this is in regards to New Year's resolution season. So let's sit back and think, what do people make resolutions over? Health, finances, weight loss, always at the top of the list, right? And we all know, hello, Plexus. Plexus is the answer to all of that. But we have to brand ourselves as that to the people watching, to our audience. We have to make sure the message that we're putting out on our Facebook pages, the message that's coming out of our mouth, the message we're portraying as individuals, we're a walking, talking billboard for Plexus. People look at us, and are we sitting there chowing down on Chick-fil-A French fries at ballet practice? Or are we drinking our Plexus Slim and P96 at ballet, right? It's that kind of stuff. We've got to brand ourselves over these next couple months to be health coaches, to be successful business owners and successful business coaches for the people that might want to sign up with us. We need to brand ourselves, and that even kind of boils down to just follow up, you guys. If we're going to assert ourselves as somebody that's going to hold somebody's hand through their health journey, through their weight loss journey, through their business journey, if we're going to brand ourselves as that, then we need to be the person that is following up consistently, because we don't want them to perceive us as the person that's going to either, sign them up on the first of the month or the first of the year, what have you, and then just kind of let them do their own thing. They need to have full confidence in us that we are going to see them through every step of the way, that we're going to be their coach, that we're going to be their partner, we're going to link arms with them, and we're going to run with them. We also need to assert ourselves that we are going to be the that when they're thinking on January 1st that they want to lose weight, or they need to redo their finances, or they need to get healthy again, that's on their list, right? We need to be the first person they think of when it's time to make that decision. We don't want them thinking about Thrive, Advocare, It Works, all the other things that we know that they're seeing on their newsfeed, or even leggings for finances, that kind of stuff. We want to be the person that they're like, you know what, Plexus has it going on. They know what they're doing. They do network marketing differently, and that is where I'm going to find my success. So there needs to be no question, hit go, it's time, January 1st, right? Yep. So Amy's going to talk to us a little bit about, I talked about living, breathing the brand, making sure you're putting it out there. Amy's going to touch on how to market that, how to do that.
Right. So, Sarah's right. You have to be committed to consistency. This is not the time to slow down, because here's the thing. Like we said, if you do poor planning now, or you kind of get lazy and you take a day off, and look, I get it, guys. There's days I don't feel like doing something, but you do it anyway, because you're going to be starting your business all over in January, just like Sarah said. Instead, you want to capitalize on that potential, on that unlimited potential. But you got to think about how you market yourself. Right? What is the brand you're selling on Facebook? One thing, guys, Facebook posts, it's easy to get into a rut. If you are posting nothing but pictures of ProBio, the bottle, and fuzzy Plexus graphics, people are scrolling right on by. That comes across as salesy. When people want to get healthy, or they have credit card bills that they cannot pay for, they're not going to think of you if they've just been scrolling by your Plexus posts. So what are you marketing to people? I really want you to be strategic in your Plexus posts, and don't just throw something up because you need it, right? Think about it. On Sundays, plan out your posts. But I'll tell you, many of you have heard me say that I really did grow my business on Facebook, and I did in the beginning. Boy, I was strategic on the time of day I posted, what I posted. But I also was true to myself, right? Do videos, do selfies. If you have a kid or a puppy, use them, right? Put them in pictures on Facebook. But I also want you guys to think about, what story are you telling in the next 2 months? So come resolution, tax, and bathing suit season, people think of you, right? So be creative. Think about maybe, what are you doing around Thanksgiving? You guys should be doing thankful posts. What are you thankful for? Put Plexus in there. Don't be afraid to talk about how we're going to get 7 more paychecks between now and Christmas. Guys, that's a big deal. I don't know any other network marketing company that pays their people that often, right? And it doesn't matter whether or not you get a paycheck this Friday. So let's say you didn't sign anyone last week and your team didn't. So you don't get a paycheck this Friday. That doesn't matter. You can still post about it because other people are. New people have the potential to get that paycheck, right? Think about, December, giving the gift of health, giving the gift of wellness. You want to be thinking about these stories that you're telling on Facebook. But also, guys, your personal posts are so important. What are you posting? Do people want to be a part of it? Are people thinking about you? Healthy through the holidays. Live it, breathe it. You guys also, you need to be a product of the product, and you need to be in alignment with Plexus. Carrie Wilkerson, the Barefoot Executive, talks about this. But you have to share it. The more vulnerable you are and the more open you are in your marketing around Plexus, the better, traffic you're going to get, and the more people are going to reach out to you. Plexus also came out with a lookbook. I don't know if you guys saw it. We can post it again on our team pages. They actually collected all the before and afters, and they put them in a lookbook. Now, I'm not saying you have to post the entire lookbook, but guys, use those before and afters. You want people thinking weight loss, right? Use them, especially if you're friends with the person. If you're not friends with them, friend them on Facebook so you can tag them in the post. When you tag somebody in the post, people know that you're friends with them, and it doesn't come across as just some stranger or that they don't know. It's like a real, true testimony. So I want you guys to really be strategic in your posts. Think about Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Tons of people are going to be online. What are you guys talking about? What story are you telling? Because here's the thing. If you're not hitting it hard, right? Sarah Taylor's going to talk about our New Year's Eve explosion that we had last year. But if you're not setting yourself up now, you're not going to be able to reap those benefits.
Absolutely. And you really want to engage your audience, and you're telling a story. Amy has said that a couple different times, and she's right. You're telling a story and you're inviting your audience in. It's marketing. It is, how are you going to draw attention to you, your journey, your story? You want to involve your audience in your journey. So you want to make everything personal. You don't want to spam your audience at all. But so you want to continue to be like, oh, look, Emma and Carson, look what they're doing today. That's my story. That's my brand on Facebook. I'm a mom. I'm a business owner. I am healthy food, healthy cooking, that type of thing, healthy living, and I'm Plexus. But so I need to make sure to continue to post about the other things in my life outside of Plexus and continue to involve people, engage people. You want to be the interesting person that people are drawn to, that they're like, oh, Sarah's funny, or, Amy's awesome. She's posting about her Instapot, that kind of stuff. Like, you want to get engagement back and forth on the Facebook page and make people like you, like the post. You don't want to be abrasive and combative and constantly posting Plexus. That's not what we want either. We want it to look inviting, interesting. We want people to want it and to want more. Okay. So one of the biggest things that, happened with the New Year's explosion last year is we posted and posted and posted. We did something like this. We talked about it. We knew what what we were going to do. We branded ourselves with Block and with Slim at that point, and that kind of thing. And we did block parties, and we did Block the Bulge, and those types of things. I can't remember what we called our block party last year, but maybe it was just a block party. But we did stuff like that to really promote the things that people were going to use over the holidays. Even if they just purchased Block from us, they were doing something, and they were getting involved in a community aspect feel of Plexus. And so that led to a huge New Year's explosion. Plexus, I believe, maybe I can't remember if they ran a special or not, but I know our team did.
Yeah, I went back and looked. They had a free shipping in December. And then for a couple of days, I think they ran like $12 off sign up. But it was really like, because of what we did, I remember none of us were actually prepared for New Year's Eve. It literally came out of nowhere. And I really think it was because we were doing all these things we're talking about. Really quickly, you brought something up about Facebook. Guys, don't be afraid of Facebook Live. Do it, because your audience gets a different type of notification, and more people will see it, more people will watch it. Doesn't mean you always have to talk about Plexus, but you can. And people want to be a part of something. If you are like Sarah said, if you are doing an inviting Facebook, and it doesn't matter what you're selling, people will want it because you're engaged. And be strategic. One thing I started doing, if I have a very, very good Facebook post that I know I want to make and I want people to see it, the day before I go comment on certain people's posts, and then I do an engaging post where I'm asking someone's opinion, right? Like red or white wine or whatever it is. That way I'm setting up my audience before I ever post that Plexus post.
Absolutely. That's so key. So we've got 12 activities that we put together that you guys can do to further your business this month and next month, because you guys, hitting a new rank in December is going to be critical. It's going to add validity to you. It's going to add validity to your audience and let them see that, okay, she's still having success. It's going to bring it back front and center. It's going to really highlight that financial piece, and it's going to show them, okay, that's where I want to be. Look at Amy. She's still ranking. She just hit diamond, no pressure. And if you're at a place where you've got you're senior Ruby right now, and you've got a giant leap to make to hit Emerald, make sure you're getting, and like there's no physical possible way that you can possibly hit Emerald in December. That's okay, you guys. Make it your goal to get everybody that you possibly can ranked on your team, so that you're having that big, look at what my team just did in December post, right? Straight away at New Year's Day, right? That's what we want. We want tons and tons and tons of success in December. I don't care how it happens, but what we need to be doing right now is recruiting like crazy, okay? So right now we got 12 activities to do between now and the end of December, okay? These are gonna set you guys up for success right now, success in the new year, and then getting that ball rolling, right? So the first one I'm gonna talk about is hosting events. You guys, I just posted a launch party plan that you guys can follow. It's pretty plug and play. It even has the wording beneath each picture. That's all you have to do. Just load it into Hootsuite, hit play, host launch parties for your new ambassadors that have signed up in the last couple months. Those are huge to get them started. It's empowering. It gets them going. It gets them hitting silver. It shows them that you care about them. Host relaunch parties for anybody on your team that's struggling, or host a relaunch party for yourself. Get that going. Get those out there. It doesn't have to be huge team parties, but more specific, like launch parties here and there, is great for business, you guys. Events, host them online, host them in person. Go to events yourself. Go to Super Saturday. Get signed up for that. Those are all huge things. But these launch parties and these things, getting your ambassadors' word out there and helping them personally invite you guys. We cannot be the company that is adding people en masse to groups. That's not okay. It's not okay.
No, I had to leave like 3 of them today. I'm like, quit adding me to all those.
I immediately take myself back out of those groups when they do it, and I get them all the time, and it drives me crazy, you guys. It's those mass messages, copy and paste messages. Send them a voice message and invite them to the launch party. That's the key. And be like, hey, girl, Amy, I really want you to get on this launch party tonight. I really think that it's going to be helping you with your thyroid issues and that kind of thing. But I really want you to see what this is really about and what the heart and soul of my team is about. And I think you're going to be able to do that on this party. So please get on. I want to see you there. Something like that,
One other tip, guys, if you're thinking of maybe doing a launch or a relaunch, and you have somebody in your network that isn't on your team, they're kind of your dream teamer, you can ask them to host it for you. Here's what you do, guys. You say, hey, my business is growing in your area, or I want my business to grow in your area, and I love to meet new people. Would you be willing to host an event for me? You invite your friends, right? So you're tapping into somebody else's network, and you tell them, I'll do all the work. I'll even throw in a free product or something for you as a thank you. That's a great way to kind of open up a network that you may not be tapped into, but you have a friend that is.
Right. And I would even go, and I know we're all at different financial stages, but I have done that before, and I've offered up, hey, I'll give you $50 towards a triplex, or I'll give you Slim, or, just something, so that there's an incentive, a win in it for them, and they're getting on the products, right? If this is a potential that you genuinely do want on your team at some point, you want them to get on the products. So that's number 1, hosting events.
Yes. So the number 2 thing is, guys, this is the perfect season for showing thanks. Thank you gifts, email newsletters, thank you cards. The first thing I want to say though, I just want to make sure that you guys know anytime someone joins your team or you have a customer place an order for the first time, send them a thank you card. They're super cheap. You can get them like, a pack of 25 at the dollar store. I'm obsessed with the Target dollar spot. Every time I go in there, I buy 3 or 4 more packs of thank you cards. That's all it takes, a thank you card and a stamp. But now, because it is the season of being thankful, right, and the holiday spirit, how about doing some sort of customer appreciation? Send thank you gifts to your customers. You can even highlight new products. You could send them some samples. You could share upcoming products or specials with them. And, you can always do your own, but be thankful. One thing I just did, you may have seen my post, I just went through and for all of my customers that ordered in September and October, including my wholesalers, because I treat them as customers, I had on alamoplexus.com little thank you postcards made, and it just says, thank you for letting me share Plexus with you. So I don't have to handwrite anything. Threw it in a little pink envelope with 2 packets of P96 and 2 snaps of the lotions. And then I have a brochure that I like that I got on Etsy about our plant focused and how we're all natural. I threw that in there. That's it. I sent it to all of them. So you can definitely do something like that. And, I know my team hears me say a lot of the time, you don't have to spend money to make money. But when you do this for customers, they're already providing you a paycheck, right? So I think it's okay to invest a little in those people that have kind of gotten you where you are right now. So definitely take advantage of, Giving Thanks Month for sure. So the next thing is the third tip, make your gift list. All right. What do I mean by this? Now we talked about the season of thanks, Christmas, holidays, whatever religion you are, December is the time to give people gifts. Random people too, guys. So I want you to sit down and think of all the people you can give a gift to. Hairdressers, dentists, your nail tech, the postman, the UPS guy, the FedEx guy, the bus driver, teachers, the crossing guard, teachers. Guys, sit down now and think a list, because some of these people, if you wait until like the week before Christmas, you're probably not going to see them or it's going to be too late. So I want you to sit down and I want you to make a list and then think about what can you gift them. You always want to be gifting Plexus. And again, it can be something super cheap, like a packet of P96 and your business card and a cute little holiday Plexus card that you literally can print, from home for free. So think about that. Make your list. The other thing, who can you give stocking stuffers to? Are you going to family parties? Do you have an office party where you have to bring a gift? Now, Plexus doesn't have to be your only gift, but add it to it. So do a super little sample of stocking stuffers with the P96, the new samples of Block, maybe even the lotions, and think of how best you can give the gift of Plexus.
Absolutely. So then this next tip, number 4, if you guys are counting, is the family Christmas cards. Okay, so a lot of people do family Christmas newsletters, right? We don't want this to be a big Plexus advertisement. So a lot of times what I see in my family, and I hope that most families are like this, is that you get this like long, hey, this is what happened to us over the course of the year. This is what Sarah's doing. This is what Gavin's doing. This is what the kids are doing. They're loving school, blah, 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 blah. Well, when it comes to your part, don't make it all about Plexus, but talk about how much you are loving your new job with Plexus and that you are having so much business success, and it's really helped you feel a whole lot better, helps you become more present with your kids and blah, blah, blah. Make it your truth. Weave it in there. That is an advertisement in and of itself to whoever you send out your Christmas newsletter to. So I absolutely love, 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 love doing that, because it just helps invite people into your life and to see what good has come of this business venture that you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. So like I said, don't make it all about Plexus. Make it about your life. Make it about the normal things that you put in there, but don't be afraid to add that in a very nice, flowing type of manner, okay? Number 5 is samples while shopping, guys. We are going to be doing a ton of holiday shopping. We're going to be out and about. Put on a Plexus shirt, go out and do your holiday shopping. Go out and, Black Friday shopping, all those types of things. Stick samples in your purse. It doesn't even have to be, I don't even know if I have one in here, but I have little sample cards that just have one stick of Slim on it and then my information on it. Something as simple as that. You don't have to give them a whole block sample or a whole, these are strangers that you're seeing, but strike up the conversation. Amy's going to talk a little bit about how to get these people added to Facebook later on in our tips, but strike up a conversation with them and don't be afraid to bring it up. But wear your Plexus shirts out. Do that. Make it front and center.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Amy's number 6.
You know what is a great little sample that you're talking about, Sarah, is a candy cane, right? You can get the super cheap candy canes, your business card, and one of the ease packets. All the clerks you run into at the grocery store, the liquor store, the mall, all those people working, all those holiday workers, they're on their feet all day long for long hours. And, and that is even cheaper than a thing of Slim. So those are cute. But like Sarah said, you have to do those now. You have to make them, bundle them, throw 50 or 20 of them in a Ziploc and keep them in your car. And every time you go in a store, throw some in your purse.
Yes. The ease, that's a great idea for hairdressers too. I mean, come on, those poor people.
Yes. And you don't have to give it just to your hairdresser. You can give it to, the lady that takes your appointment or the 2 people next to your stylist or, the person that dries your hair. Think outside the box and think bigger of people that you can talk to.
Absolutely.
So the number 6 tip is run a holiday special. Now, I know things are a little different now because we can't post like we used to be able to, that we're actually running a special. That doesn't mean you can't tell people about it, okay? You can send it in your cards that you're going to send out to people. Guys, in our back office, we have access to emails and phone numbers of customers and wholesalers. You can send specials to them. You can also message all your potentials with a special. Don't ever feel bad about following up with any potentials when you're letting them know about a special or that you are saving them money. You can run it yourself, whatever it is. Now, but I want you to get creative. It's the holidays, right? So I want you to make a special about giving the gift of health or, one that's really good. And you can talk about this on Facebook. How about husbands that have no idea what to buy their wives? You can bundle a cute little triplex or a Slim, a Block, and an Edge for tired moms that husbands can get, right? So make it easy for them. Start thinking about ways. And then you can always, if anybody messages you, you can say, yes, I'm actually running a special right now for any new customer. Think about, though, what you're going to do, too, on, like I said, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Maybe you want to send out a special for that. And, guys, you don't have to refund the whole $34.95. You don't have to give a free product. That's an expense can get pricey. You can do $10 off. You can do $5 off. You can refund their shipping. That's affordable, and it's enough for people to take the deal.
And with that holiday special too, you guys, you don't want to give away the farm and, devalue everything, but it's a great time to talk about the business. I mean, talk about the fact that they could start having income right now during the holidays because people are strapped for cash. If they sign up for $34.95, they can start signing people right away, you guys, and they can start getting those Friday paychecks in. That's a big deal. And if they sign up this month, their next paycheck is on the 15th. So those specials really, really work, but use them wisely. Use them after you've gained a lot of, you've already talked to the person a whole bunch and you're seeing some interest. That's when you hit them with the special. You don't do it straight away and then have the conversation, okay? So I think that's a really big key because you want to get them interested before you're just running the special for them.
Yes, perfect.
So number 7, we're both going to talk about this because it's such a big topic. You guys, holiday parties, okay? We are going to be at a lot of different holiday parties for different things. Our kids' schools have Thanksgiving parties. I know this week for my school, we've got Christmas parties coming up. We've got, if your husband works or you work, you've got office Christmas parties, just Christmas parties out the wazoo. But that is the perfect time to sit and talk to people. Not necessarily about Plexus. You're going for the Facebook ad, right? You're going for the new contact. So Amy's going to talk a little bit about what we saw Amy Paul talk about in regard to how to get these people added to your Facebook quickly and efficiently.
Yes. So guys, the first thing is you are not focused on Plexus. You are focused on being friendlier. That's what you want to do. That is the very first thing. So be open to conversations with people. I have so many examples lately where like I was at the nail salon and you know how you look over and you're like, hi, how are you? Good. And that's it. And then you like ignore that person. No, if that is you, you're not going to be successful in this business. You have to turn back around and say, oh, is this the first time you've been to this nail place? Right? And get that conversation going. All right. Here are some questions you always want to have ready that engage people in conversation, right? You always want to ask lots of questions and give compliments. It's so easy. You could say if you're at a school party, be like, oh, you know, your kids are so cute. How long have they gone to this school? Or your kids are so cute. What school do they go to? I love your blank. Where did you get it? I love your shoes. I love your hair color. I love that shirt. Doesn't matter. That engages them in a conversation. I've not seen you here before. Do you usually come here? And another one, guys, if you do want to bring up Plexus, the magic question to ask is, so what do you do? Because what does somebody always say back? They ask you, oh, well, what do you do? That's the perfect way to do Plexus. However, it's all about the Facebook ad. Lauren, I think you just chatted and said, you know, I don't have any luck people following up when I give them my sample card. You've got to add them to Facebook. Here's how you do it, guys. You hand them the sample. I did it at HEB the other day. I said, oh my goodness, girl, you must be on your feet all day long. She's like, yes, I get so tired standing here. I said, look, let me gift you this little sample of ease. I think you're going to love it. Here's my phone. Put yourself in my phone for Facebook so I can follow up and see what you think. You don't ask permission, guys. You literally have them put you in their phone. I did it at the nail salon the other day. The mom, her and I were chatting about the nail color we were getting. I asked her, I'm like, oh, what is that? Is that something new? We chatted. I said, hey, would it be weird? I want to add you to Facebook. What's your name on Facebook? And she gave it to me and I added her. If you ask somebody though, they might say no. So you don't ask. You just tell them.
Yes, and as you're sitting there talking to them and you're searching, you're pulling up the search bar on your phone. So then you say, you already have it up and the cursor's already in there. And then you just say, type your name in here. And then you go and click and you hit add. I mean, it is so simple. That way you know their name. You can see that you've sent them the friend request. You know who it is. Take a screenshot right then and there so you remember exactly what their name is so you can go follow back up and maybe send them a message like, hey, you didn't accept my friend request, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they're not, but you guys, a lot of times that they are. And so that is the way. You have to be assertive in that, and you have to go into these holiday parties with the plan of expanding your network, not puking Plexus.
Yes, and here's the thing too about those holiday parties. You're chatting with somebody and you could say, oh my gosh, it was so great chatting with you. Add me to Facebook right now so we can follow up. You don't even have to mention Plexus, right? At all. Right. But hopefully you have been strategic in your Plexus posts and they're public. So when they add you to Facebook, they're going to see them, right? Now, the other thing you can do, you can bring up Plexus. I don't like to force it. If you want to force it, that's when you want to ask people, what do you do? So they bring it up. But, you know, the other thing is you could also, as you're chatting with somebody at a party, you could say, boy, I really enjoyed chatting with you tonight. I would love to give you a little gift from my business, but let's do it later, not at the party. And then you can add them to Facebook that way.
Absolutely. So the next one is hosting a shopping party or a holiday gift exchange, white elephant, that type of thing. But you want to do it with your other network marketing buddies. So if you know somebody that sells Matilda Jane or, you know, Stella and Dot or something like that, Scentsy, have a party in your house and be like, hey, let's get all of our networks together. Let's all do this party and all do it at once. Holiday time is the perfect time to be doing this. You can also set up a gift exchange with your network marketing buddies and be like, hey, I'll send you something from mine. You guys all kind of do like a white elephant gift exchange among yourselves and do it with your network marketing buddies to get some of your network marketing buddies interested. You guys, the best network marketers to add to your team are people that have a previous experience in network marketing, you know, and we got to get the products in their hands to do that. So that's a really, really big one. And I love hosting those shopping parties because they're just so fun.
And
But,
can I give a couple little thoughts about that? One, you can call it like jingle and mingle or something super cute. But here's one thing I want you guys to keep in mind. You're doing it only as shopping. You're not sharing the opportunity because you do not want to lose people to the leggings folks, right? So it's only for shopping. And I want to say, I know somebody said they're sharing their friends' posts that are selling other things. You want to be careful, guys. Yeah. You actually don't. We want to support our other network marketing friends by being a customer. We don't want to share that, though, because you take the risk of losing your people to their network marketing company. So definitely host a shopping party. You can talk about it. You can share it. But be careful hosting other people's parties online. That's not what Sarah and I are talking about. We're talking about something in your home where people come and like your Stella and Dot, your LuLaRoe, your unique person brings their stuff to sell. You're not hosting online parties because when your Plexus network gets invited, and technically that's not allowed, when your network gets invited to you hosting a jewelry party, they're confused because they think you're the Plexus lady. Now all of a sudden you're the Stella and Dot person. So just keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
Okay, the next one. Sarah, what did you have for number 9? You guys want to be strategic with your Plexus, okay? Here's what I mean by that. Don't alter your routine necessarily because we don't want anyone throwing themselves in a die-off, but be strategic, okay? You're going to be at Thanksgiving dinner with tons of relatives. Don't hide your block in your purse. Have that daggone bottle sitting on the table and be vocal about when dinner starts so you can make sure you take your block.
And offer it to other people.
Yes, offer it. You guys have heard my story. When I went out with Sarah Taylor for the very first time after an opportunity event, they all pulled out their bottle of block and were like, here, you want some? Now, I may have thought they were crazy, but I took it. And now, okay? If you are a Black Friday shopper or people who are at your Thanksgiving dinner are Black Friday shoppers, you want to offer them a Slim and an Edge instead of them going to Starbucks. Drink your Slim in front of them. You know, if you're going to an early dinner, maybe you don't have your Slim first thing in the morning. Maybe you wait until you get there so people can see it, okay? Don't be afraid to share that. And also, guys, be strategic with your team. So Sarah talked about business launches already. How about being strategic with your team and maybe hosting a block party? You guys can host like, you know, a 7-day, 14-day block party between Thanksgiving and Christmas to get new customers to try block. Now, these only work if you guys have been posting about block and your network knows about it, then they order and you put them in this group. Guys, you can also, for your teams, you can host customer appreciation events. Now, if you're local, I've seen people do like local cookouts, but maybe you also do something for your team as a customer appreciation around the holidays. So be very strategic with your own Plexus use and then also with your team.
I also want to add something to that, Amy.
Yeah.
So I know all of us, maybe it's ourselves, what have you, lots of us like to drink at Thanksgiving, right? Or we have that crazy aunt that gets way too overserved at Thanksgiving. Give her a stick of Slim to take the night before and a second one to take the morning of. Yes. Give it to them. It cures hangovers. Promise you.
Yes, love that. The other thing too is really be thinking about, you know, around the holidays, it definitely is, right? People are crazy shopping. We're tired. Our to-do list is a mile long. You got kids parties, family parties, gifts to buy, gifts to wrap, all that stuff. So be thinking Slim, Block, and Edge. Like really, really think about how you're going to be talking a lot about that over the holidays. Okay, number 10. Sarah, what do you have written down for number 10?
Physically dropping off your holiday cards that are local.
Yes. Okay, so that's what I had written down. I'm like, what do you want me to? Okay, so your holiday cards, guys, if people are local, don't put them in the mail. Go to them. Give them their holiday card. You also, though, can get Plexus branded Christmas cards or holiday cards. I got some of those last year on Etsy. I still have them. They are super cute, and I'm actually sending those out to just about everybody on my list for the holiday cards. Did you want to add to that, Sarah?
No, I think one of the biggest things that you can do there is go strike up the conversation, hand them the holiday card, and just be like, hey, I haven't seen you in a long time, and so I just wanted to come over and give this to you myself because I know that we haven't seen. This is when you give them that newsletter and the holiday card and the fun pictures of your family. Take it over to them and maybe meet for coffee, just to re-engage that friendship, because this is relationship marketing. So that's a big one. I have number 11 as the block mailer with your Christmas cards. Okay. So I am doing a big block. I talked on my Facebook Live on Team Taylor yesterday about how I'm sending out catalogs and samples and everything. I just purchased 18 block and slim samples because they just went live yesterday. So I purchased 18. And I am going to be sending out a big one to potentials or to people on my customer list that have never tried block before. Anything like that. Anybody that I think would benefit from this, I'm sending that, and I'm inserting a Christmas card in there as well. So just, hey, like a personalized one, like a note that I'm writing. Happy holidays. Just wanted to give this to you. It's great for the holidays. The block is going to be absolutely essential for you, blah, blah, blah. Like whatever you want to say in your own words, but I am sending those out before we hit Thanksgiving to use on Thanksgiving, before we hit Christmas to use on Christmas, like whatever that looks like to you, whenever the samples arrive to you, use it, to your advantage before these holiday parties. Be sure and take your block, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. So using that to your advantage. And then Amy's going to talk about number 12, unless you have something to add to that.
No, the ones, did the slim block samples sell out? I don't think they did. I just got some yesterday. One thing I wanted to add though, guys, during the holidays, and this actually goes for any time, but I say during the holidays because you're going to be shopping more, you're going to be out more. Do things you normally wouldn't do to be open to new relationships. Okay. What do I mean by that? You walk into the store at the mall and the little clerk comes up and says, do you need help finding anything? And you're like, no, leave me alone. Right? No, we know you don't need help finding the sweater, but you want to engage her and be able to talk to her. So yes, I need help finding the sweater. Yes, when I go to the grocery store, can you help me find the turkeys? Can you help me find the bread aisle? Ask them to help you pick out a bottle of red wine to take, okay? If you are somebody that walks into a store with your head down, you're like, I'm going to get in, I'm going to get out, I'm done, I don't want to talk to anybody, you're not going to develop new relationships and expand your network. So I want you to keep that in mind. When you go to Whole Foods or you go to Kroger's, and if you happen to see maybe the stock boy who's doing extra work stocking shelves, or you see somebody actually picking up some trash, go up to them, tell them you love their work ethic, you'd love to have someone like them on your team, add them to Facebook. So you have to be open to these conversations. So I just wanted to add that real quick. Number 12, this is number 12. Guys, make a new Frank's list. Whatever you call it. Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances,
neighbors.
Kids. What is it? Neighbors, kids. You guys have to go back and make a new one. I promise you. You think that your Frank's list, you keep updating it, maybe you keep adding people. No, you need to start over. I did that the other day, and I had 40 new people that I had completely forgotten about, had not even thought about, hadn't followed up with, people, that I forgot to add. So you definitely, guys, make a new Frank's list right away, and then figure out how you can engage with those people over the holidays. One thing you don't want to do, you don't want, for every single potential, you don't want to do every single thing, right? You don't want to invite the same potential to every online event, every party, every Zoom, every this and that. You want to figure out how best you can engage with those people on your Frank's list.
And really, really, targeting based on their personality type, which we've talked about we won't get into that on this call, but definitely prospecting to the personality on each of those. But the Frank's list, I know it sounds so cliche and it sounds like a waste of time. You guys, it's probably the biggest tool that you can possibly use in your business. It's time right now to get organized. So in closing, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about where to focus. Okay. Focus on this activity. You guys, this is exciting. This is going to be a huge start to our new year. We're going to set ourselves up, and we're going to have crazy momentum in the New Year's and the spring and everything like that. Convention contest, it starts January 1. You guys, We don't want to start that contest lagging behind. We want to start that contest with a bang, and we want to have crazy, crazy momentum going into the new year, okay? But I don't want you to focus on how many new customers I've added this month, how many new ambassadors I've added this month, and really get focused in on those numbers. Just ignore that. I want you to focus on the activity that we just laid out. Focus on the things that are going to impact those numbers, not the numbers themselves, okay? So be running strategically, doing this, talking to everybody, talking to the mail guy, the whoever, everything that we have talked to you about on this call. Focus on those things. And I promise, if you can take control of these 12 things and do them all through the next month and a half, your big numbers, the ones that we all love and we want, we want those 3 a month and that type of thing, those are going to happen. And it right now, it doesn't matter whether or not they're happening or not. Start with the activity, start with the action plans, and start doing these actions. So, Amy, do you want to say anything in closing?
No, I was just going to say you're right. But a lot of times, guys, if you start doing this stuff now, you're going to hit maybe some of those goals and ranks before the end of the year. So we still have November to set ourselves up for our December rank. So I don't want you to forget about, hitting some of those goals before the new year.
Absolutely. All right. We have taken up enough of your time. We are so excited for you guys, and we definitely can't wait to see who just explodes in the new year. This is going to be so much fun. So big, big, big dreams, big everything. Happy 2017. And let's get moving over the holidays. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.